The domain name system is the Active Directory locator in Windows 2000. Active Directory clients and client tools use DNS to locate domain controllers for administration and logon. You must have a DNS server installed and configured for Active Directory and the associated client software to function correctly. Here, we will guide you through the required DNS configuration. Since we have already installed the Microsoft DNS server, what we have to do next is to configure the DNS using the DNS Manager. And these steps will guide you through the configuration of the DNS by using the DNS Manager snap-in in Microsoft Management Console. To begin, we click on Start, point to Programs, point to Administration Tools, and then click on DNS. What we have here is the Microsoft Management Console, and in here we have the console tree for the DNS. As you can see, we have a small button right here, and then click on it. We'll see two folders, namely the forward lookup zones and the reverse lookup zones. These zones stores information about one or more contiguous DNS domains. What we have to do is to have the DNS server configuration wizard to start, but since it did not, you have to do it manually. In order to do so, we right click on the forward lookup zone here, click on the new zone, and we have the new zone wizard screen. Click on next, and then the new lookup zone must be a primary zone so that it can accept dynamic updates. We click on the primary here, and then click on next. Here on the zone name screen, the zone name must be exactly the same as your Active Directory domain name, or if on a standalone or workgroup environment, the same as the suffix for all of the network computers that are to register with this DNS server. So, for this, we have this example here, and just click on. Then click on next. All we have to do in the zone file screen is to accept the default name for the new zone file, and then we click on next. Now we have done the new zone wizard for the forward lookup zone, and then click on the finish button here. As you can see, we have already the example that fatals.com, the new zone for our DNS. And then again, we have to do it also for the reverse lookup zones. Right click on the reverse lookup zones, new zone, and the new zone wizard screen will appear, and then click on next. And here, the same with the forward lookup zone, we choose the standard primary here, and then click next. Here, the zone name should match the network ID of the local subnet. For example, if our subnet range is from 192.168.0.1 to 192.168.0, etc., etc., we type in the 192.168.0 in the name value as our local subnet, and then we have the reverse lookup zone name here, and then we click on next. Same with the forward lookup zone, we accept the default name for the new zone file, and then we click on next. Now, that's all about it. We have configured the DNS manager, or the DNS server rather, for the DNS. Click finish here. Then after the server configuration wizard is finished, we proceed to the next step to enable dynamic update on the zone we just added. So, we already expanded the forward lookup zones here. We can see the example at fatals.com. Right click on the zone that we have just created, in this case this one, and then click on Properties. Once we're here, on the General tab, this one, we click to select the Allow Dynamic Update checkbox or combo box, and then click OK to accept the change. So as you can see, we have the question Allow Dynamic Updates, then we have the combo box right here. Click on yes, and then apply, then OK. Then that's all about it, and we do the same for the reverse lookup zone. Click on the zone we have created, click on properties, and then we have the general tab here, allow dynamic updates, select yes, and then click on apply, click OK. So that is all about configuring the DNS server for the Windows 2000 server.